Okay, I want to do a chipping video and I want to cover off on two major aspects of chipping. First of all is the setup position. Secondly, we're going to talk about what the club should do when I actually swing in a chip shot, right? Because there's a lot of confusion about whether the club should go straight back, straight through, how much should it curve round, that sort of stuff, okay? So we're going to give you a bit of an idea on that today. But first of all, I'm going to talk about the setup. Now, we're going to do a basic setup that would be useful for any shot, chip and run with a 7-iron, a chip shot with a 9-iron, or even a sand wedge that's going to chip up the green or over a bunker slightly. It's not a setup that would be suitable for extravagant shots like a really high lob shot or a really low darting shot, but it is a very good technique to use for almost every basic chip shot. Okay, so I've got a sand iron here, but I would do the same setup with 7-iron pretty much. Right, so first of all, feet relatively narrow, and I'm going to turn the front foot around a little bit. All right, this one can either stay, or if you are comfortable, it can come round towards the direction you're going a little bit. All right, so you'll notice there that realistically they've both come round a fraction, this one particularly. All right, so that puts the ball position in the middle, maybe a hair behind, okay? And now I'm going to have the handle of the club pointing up to my left pocket, which really puts the handle just ever so slightly in front of the ball, okay? Right, so then at this point I'm going to grip down on the club a little bit, which means bringing the hands down towards the steel a little bit, right? And I'm going to really relax my knees, okay? Because when I chip, I want to feel my knees are active, okay? I don't want to just use my arms. The worst chippers I watch are very wooden with their arms, and they shove their arms at the ball, okay? You want your arms soft, and you want to do most of the work with your knees, or a lot of the work with your knees, and really letting the arms be soft and letting the club bottom out where it naturally wants to, okay? There's some really helpful things in that, because if you notice you're hitting behind or you're hitting the ball on the top of the ball, it probably means your body is not in the right position at impact. So hopefully, if you soften your arms, you can adjust your body position and the arms can start to find the correct bottoming out position. But anyway, I'm going off on a bit of a tangent there, all right? So the very basic facts, or the very basic things we're working on with our chipping today, is turn the feet around a little bit, point the grip slightly in front towards the left pocket, grip down slightly, soften the knees, and then it's going to be rotate the knees and the body round as you hit the ball, okay? So that would be the major purpose of working on the setup. Now I'm going to talk about the path of the club. All right, so I'm going to just put a couple of clubs down on the ground here. I'm going to basically point them straight over the camera, maybe a hair left of it. All right, so put the ball in the middle, and I am going to take my stock standard address position that I just showed you there. Knees, feet come around, knees soften, grip down slightly, arms are relaxed, right? So now, what should I do now? A lot of people wonder, where should the club go? Should it go back that way, right? Well, something you'll notice is if I try to keep that club going straight, I have to reach my arms so far away from my body. It makes no sense. Then I'd have to come back to the ball, hit it, and then push the arms in a straight line again. How do you think that's going to go? That's going to create so much tension and all sorts of problems with my contact point. You cannot swing in a straight line with any part of the game unless you get the shaft completely vertical or very close to vertical. Then you can start to do those things. But you would never want to chip with a club like that. So really the chipping motion is just going to work around you in a natural arc. And so I've put two clubs down here. I get my position, right? And I'm just going to do some swings where I just feel the club going through the pathway here. But what I'm allowing the club to do is swing on the inside. So what do I mean by on the inside? Well, the arc works on the inside on both sides of this corridor, okay? And I'm going to let my arms relax and just swing back and through, and I use my knees, right, back and through. And so what I'm really working on there is a natural forming arc. Arms are soft, and I'm just using the pivot of my body to help me create that, okay? Then I'll jump in over the ball and hit it. And that was a pretty good contact. You can see there, I've actually turned around quite a bit there. I'm facing the ball, and again, my knees have come around this way. I often will be right around here at the end, okay? Quite tall as well. You don't want to be over the ball too much with chipping and pushing with the arms, or you're going to get really poor contact. Okay, let me just grab one more ball. I should have had this ready to go. All right, because I want to show you that again. That's a really difficult thing for people to understand, is that the club naturally arcs, but I can tell you it absolutely does, right? Set up again, hands slightly, or club slightly to the left pocket. Relax the arms, and again, I'm going to just start to work on that relaxed arc. Club's going through the corridor, but naturally arcing on either side of the corridor. Okay, once I've done that a few times, stay relaxed. Beautiful, hit the other ball, Nelly. All right, so give that a whirl at home. So you've got a bit to do there. You've got setup, sit a couple of clubs down or a couple of broom handles, whatever. Work on the natural swing of the club going through the corridor and arcing naturally on both sides of the corridor. All right? And that'll be really valuable for you to work on in your time off. Good luck.